Okay, so for my first story, I would like to call it The Missing Children because when I was about 5 years old, my niece, my nephew, and two of my other cousins decided to go on an adventure. And my nephew, being the adventurous kid that he was, decided to lead us on a hike. Keep in mind, I was in a completely different country. I was in Mexico and I was only visiting for about a week or so. But I was like, oh, this seems fun, why not? So we ended up going really far from home. I don't even know how we managed to do that, but we stumbled across like some woods and we managed to find an old schoolhouse. And we broke in. We were like in there playing, we were reading the books, we were messing with the books. And by this point, everybody had noticed, or our parents had noticed, that we were missing. We were nowhere to be found. We weren't home. We weren't outside playing like we should have been. And so they're out looking for us. They sent a search party, and and once like we heard voices outside of the schoolhouse, that's when we decided to be dead silent, and we were hiding underneath the desk so nobody could find us, so we wouldn't get in trouble because we knew that that's what it was going to result in. And unfortunately, I was the one that got us caught because I had the light up Skechers and they managed to see that. So that's a little fun story that my family never seems to forget, and it's always like brought up at any function or something like that. And for my second story, I would like to call it the Ferris wheel because I was invited to go out to a carnival that was about 30 minutes from where I live, but that's like the closest one that's kind of good. So I was completely oblivious to the situation. I had no idea what was going on or what was going to happen, but it was my nephew and two of his friends and me. I had been riding rides with this guy all night long, and it was just like a fun little summer thing to do. So I didn't think much of it and stuff, but the chemistry was definitely there. I just did not pay attention to it at the beginning. So we rode like pretty much every ride together, so I didn't think anything of it when he asked me to ride the Ferris wheel because I was like, oh, like we've been riding every single ride, what's so different about this one? Well, we are waiting in line or whatever, and we hop on the little cart, whatever it's called, and we are seated opposite sides of each other, obviously, and it felt like time just stopped. It felt like it was straight out of the movie. I felt his pinky like intertwine with mine, and as we were riding up, and then we managed to stop at the very top of the Ferris wheel, and it was like nighttime, so all the stars and the city lights were just showing, and it was beautiful, and it just seemed like time stopped. And that's when he asked me to be his girlfriend, and we've been together ever since. So that's a really fun story, and I love telling it.